Max for Cheese, episode 5. We got AJ versus Ngannou and Rolly versus Garcia. So I'm gonna just kick it off first by saying I think my guy Ngannou has a legit chance to beat Anthony Joshua at heavyweight. Mainly because my guy Ngannou is 0-1. He got robbed the last time despite winning, and he's underestimated by the entire boxing world. So Ngannou doesn't have a chance to get a decision, but if he could take it and rush him, do the Zerg rush like he did against Jairzinho Rosenstrike, I think he has a legit chance, and he could clip AJ. Like for the entire MMA community, I feel like I have to cape for Ngannou, but if it goes past 6 rounds, I'm very concerned.
Mm-hmm.
How do you see that going?
Yeah, well, I got AJ. I got AJ by either a convincing decision or a knockout. But that being said, I do want to say that the boxing community is really toxic, and I know a lot of people are saying that in the boxing community, they don't deserve to share a ring together. This is a gimmicky fight, this and that, whatever. Not giving Ngannou a chance. He's right. Ngannou's got a chance. Ngannou's primary form of martial arts in the UFC was boxing. He's a good boxer. He beat Tyson Fury. He knocked him down. That being said, I got AJ because AJ looked like he put it all together in his last fight against Wallin. The AJ that Ngannou is going to face is completely different than the Tyson Fury that Ngannou faced in the past, right? Ngannou fought a Tyson Fury that 1, underestimated him, 2, long layoff, and 3, had 3 brutal wars with Deontay Wilder. That shit, that takes a toll. AJ is coming off of a dominant victory. He's going to be fresh. He's fresh off a training camp. And stylistically, AJ has actually shown that he can box and move, like we saw against the second fight with Ruiz and those 2 Usyk fights. So he's got that kind of ability, and then we all know that he's got that seek and destroy kind of style where he walks opponents down, and brawls with them. Right? He's a pretty good counterpuncher. And also we've seen him fight very defensively, against Helenius. I know that was a little disappointing. He did get the knockout, but it took forever. But we saw him implement a really tight guard. So I just think that AJ, was going to do what Tyson Fury should have fucking done, and just kind of show that there's levels. And while Ngannou is a great boxer, AJ should put on a good performance, good show. That being said, I do want to say this, and it's something that really needs to be considered. Ngannou has never been knocked down in his boxing and UFC career. And in the UFC, they fight smaller gloves, you can get kicked in the face, all that shit. He's never ever been knocked down. He's got a good ass chin. He walked through Tyson Fury's shots like it was barbecue chicken, like it was nothing. So, that's something to consider. This is a legit fight. I know the boxing old heads are just gonna, shit on it and shit on Ngannou, whatever, but nah, this is a legit fight. It's gonna be good.
No, because the smaller gloves and a more active defense in MMA is gonna be a benefit to Ngannou when facing heavyweights, because he's not gonna like you say, he's got a good chin, but at the same time, he used to fight with 4-ounce gloves. Getting hit with a heavyweight jab in 4-ounce gloves is not the same as 12-ounce gloves.
Or 8, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
No. So I feel like Ngannou might take advantage of having bigger gloves, better defense, not getting kicked in the head. I just feel like Ngannou could really shock the world and score a knockout similar to how Andy Ruiz did. just because I feel like how you said AJ's gonna walk down, like try and walk him down. I feel
Well,
like if AJ makes one mistake and gets into a legit firefight with Ngannou, I don't see him winning that
hmm,
unless he makes it a boxing exchange. Like if it's like just a straight combo, like where it's those trained reactions from the pads type thing. But if he goes just like Waylon and Francis can get him emotional,
yeah.
I don't see him winning that at all.
Kind of like what happened with AJ and Dillian White.
Yeah.
That fight, like AJ kind of just threw caution to the wind and just yeah, they brawled, right? The reason why I say either a convincing decision or a knockout is because, like I said, AJ can fight two different ways. And I don't know how he'll approach this fight. If he feels like he can walk down um, Ngannou, I feel like he can win that way and get a knockout. But I don't think that's advisable, honestly. I think he needs to box. But AJ's a lot different than Tyson Fury in the sense that yes, his footwork isn't as good, but he's got a tight guard. He holds his hands up really well. And the reason why fucking Tyson Fury got dropped was because he was like this and just fucking got hooked on the top of the head. You don't get like you can't. That's you know Francis Ngannou. He's got some serious power. Um. So, but I do feel like if AJ and Ngannou got into that exchange, a boxing exchange, which I think he would do. I don't think he's throwing caution to the wind, but I think AJ in the last fight you saw, um, he got Wallin with this crazy like kind of he countered, and it was just two really hard hooks, really tight, clean hooks, and yeah, that's kind of AJ's bread and butter, man. He's got really good technique and power with it too. And his defense is decent. It's just yeah, he gets a little emotional. Oh, and he does not have a good chin. He doesn't have a good chin, man. Tyson Fury's got a fucking great chin, and he got rocked. Um, AJ, bro, like he gets tapped and he starts to freak out a little bit. I mean, we saw that with Ruiz. Like that's not he's one of those guys who just doesn't like to get hit and he can't take a shot well. That's the biggest weakness, right?
But he still should win though because
Yeah.
he's a better boxer. He has a better variety of punches, honestly, and better movement in the ring. So just off of that, he should win because this is a boxing match. It's 10 rounds too. So it's like
Oh, it's 10. It's not.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
if if he loses, nothing happens, to be honest with you. But Francis shaking up the division, giving these guys, some of the best sparring they'll have all their life because heavyweight's a joke.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, and then the alternative to AJ walking him down is AJ showing his boxing skills, um, which which is both good and bad because he can stay on his jab, he can move like he did with Usyk, um, and probably keep Francis Ngannou away, but he does have a pretty bad gas tank in my opinion. AJ, it's difficult for him to go 12 rounds. He's not a 12-round fighter. He said it. Like he's just like I'm too big. Like I can't go 12 rounds. This is not the type of fighter I am. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it makes sense. He's got all that muscle mass. He's one of those new era heavyweights, man, that just wants to get a knockout. So honestly, like, yeah, I could see AJ boxing his ass off, but maybe getting tired in the last two rounds, and then Ngannou's just like, okay, let's get it, right? Because Ngannou impressed me a lot in that fight with Fury because one, he didn't look that tired. He definitely looked tired, but he's a UFC fighter. Their fights are shorter. It's really impressive. 10 rounds in a boxing match, man. That's good shit. But yeah, like and also he was switching to southpaw. So that's crazy. He's a switch hitter, switching from orthodox to southpaw. That's like a whole thing. I don't think any heavyweight does that right now. And he's got one fight in boxing, so there's not a lot of tape to go off of for him. That's a big fucking deal, bro. That's a big deal.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
Ngannou has a legit chance, bro. Like, AJ could get exposed as a fraud again, and I would be so happy. I would
Really?
because Francis's story is insane.
Yeah.
There's clips of this man getting rescued off of a boat in the Mediterranean Sea. Like, he knows like 3 different languages. Grew up in a salt mine.
He's really humble. He's a really humble guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for him 100%. So I really do hope he beats AJ, just so he can actually become a legit heavyweight contender, like recognized by all the belt organizations.
Yeah, dude. I mean, win or lose, bro. Like, if he makes it a close fight, he's gonna be one of those guys. It's actually something that we've never seen before in boxing. But he's gonna be one of those guys with like a kind of a bad record, but who's gonna keep fighting top heavyweights. Because it's like, you beat Tyson Fury, or he got robbed against Tyson Fury. If you don't want to say he didn't, if you don't want to say he won, it was a close fight, okay? And he fucking knocked him down. He hurt him. And so yeah, he has the potential to just kind of like be one of those, like almost like a journeyman, but like for the top guys. Like, I could see him fucking up Dubois. That's why he's fighting AJ, because AJ is a top guy, top 5 heavyweight. I mean, he might be number 1 now. But yeah, like I think that a lot, like, the boxing community, the boxing purists, the old heads are super toxic. I kind of fall under some of that. Like, I have some of those traits, but I'm not like one of those guys that are just gonna look down on a fucking UFC fighter. Like, if you can box, you can box. He can fucking box, man. And Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather. I know Floyd knocked him out, and honestly, it really wasn't that close. But that's Floyd fucking Mayweather. That's the GOAT, in my opinion. But, one of the greatest fighters of all time. Conor McGregor, did his thing for a few rounds. Like, he honestly, actually, look, this is another thing. Conor McGregor, I thought he'd have way more snap and power. None of it. Francis Ngannou, he's got that shit, bro. He's got snap and power in his punches, and honestly, he might even be a better boxer than Conor McGregor. That's just my opinion.
Yeah,
but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I like that Francis Ngannou's in the mix. I'm not looking down on him. I'm not trying to, be one of those boxing guys that is just like hating on UFC like that. Like, fuck that. You know what I mean? It's cool that they want to come into boxing. I respect that a lot because they're taking the leap. We're not going to their sport, but it's because of the money. But yeah, like, that's dope. I'm not going to be like, if Francis catches an L, I'm not going to be like, oh man, look at that bum. He got 2 L's. Like,
he's got this, bro. He's got this.
You think he's going to
win? I have to give him more of a chance than I feel like the bettors are giving him type thing, like he's a pretty fat underdog.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, they don't even know how to set UFC lines very well. So I'm thinking like Francis got a chance to really shock the world, and it's not like he hasn't done it before.
Totally.
All right, we got Rolly versus Ryan Garcia, supposed to be scheduled for March. What do you think about that fight? Because I'm kind of suspicious of how serious they are about this.
Right. I mean, yeah. Let's just assume that they do fight. I think it's a good matchup. Both these guys are like B-level fighters at best. It's hard to tell with them, because they're not consistent. Like, if you look at like the top guys in boxing, for real, like, they stay consistent every single fight, bro. Like, Floyd Mayweather did it. Same dude every single time. Like, he trained hard for every single fight, had a game plan every single fight. Terrence Crawford, Inoue, no matter who they fought, they trained hard. Rolly looked pretty good against Gervonta. Then he fought Barossa. His name Barossa? Yeah, he fought Barossa. And he just looked like shit. And then they stopped the fight. It was that was low key rigged. Because they wanted to give Rolly the belt. But yeah, he just didn't look good. He just definitely didn't train. Same thing with Ryan. Ryan looked pretty good against Gervonta, even though he lost. Next fight, like just trying to do the shoulder roll, just didn't look good at all. That being said, I got Ryan. Because fuck, man. Just because he's fast as hell. Like Ryan Garcia is blessed with this really good speed. He has shown signs of improvement, and this is make or break for both of them. So I expect the best to come out of both of them. But Ryan Garcia's best, I think, is a little bit better than Rolly's best. And yeah, he's got that left hook, and but both of them have horrible habits. Both of them keep their chin up, and their hands kind of low. Ryan's a little bit better about keeping his hands up, but like for some reason he drops his right hand. He drops his damn right hand. Like dropping the left hand, it happens, right? Like you're not supposed to do it. I do it way too much. I'm trying to work on that. But you can't drop your right hand, man. Like that's like horrible habit. And he leans back, but so does Rolly. Rolly leans back. He keeps his chin up. And he's got a good straight, and he's got really good thudding power. But, I just got Ryan. This is extremely make or break for Ryan. Like if Ryan Garcia loses this fight, he's cooked. He needs to retire.
For sure.
Yeah. What do you think?
No, that's like I'm thinking. If Rolly loses, he has a better future than if Ryan loses their fight. Because if Ryan loses, he can't really beat the fraud allegations because he would have lost to another fraud, Rolly Romero. So it is a make or break situation for both of them, but I really do think Ryan has got his back against the wall a lot more than Rolly. Like Rolly has people up top somewhere, like it might even be Floyd, that really care about him and really want to see him succeed, because there is no way he should have been the freaking mandatory fight. Like he should not have been in that 140 fight against Barroso in the first place. He had no business. That was his first fight at 140. He had no business being there. Like, so him losing at 140 would be better for the division, better for boxing, better for Ryan Garcia, probably better for all of the promotions as well, because Golden Boy and Ryan on DAZN, they're still open. All right, Showtime is gone.
Is Ryan still with Golden Boy? I thought he's like on the money team now or some shit. I don't know.
No, because Oscar is still his manager.
But like, they don't like each. They still have
but like
static,
he hasn't bought himself out from that. So that's he's locked in with Oscar. So
that sucks.
He has a chance to turn his career around and make it serious, because if he beats Rolly, and he should, when he does, he's then going to most likely be in line to fight Barroso. He should beat Barroso. And then he should fight Devin Haney, and that will be great. That could be his career right there.
Yeah.
Devin Haney fight, win or lose. Good job, Ryan Garcia. You fought the best of the best. You did everything that you could. We'll give you credit for that. But
and then go on to acting. No, I'm playing.
Literally, dude. Literally, he should.
Well,
he's losing his mind though. But
all right. Well, yeah. No, I agree. I think maybe you skip Barroso altogether.
Hell nah. He got to fight Barroso. Nah.
He got to fight Barroso.
Barroso is gonna be a champ no matter what. He's gonna get a championship fight no matter what. Because I think the WBA is gonna cape for him and be like, y'all can't keep skipping over this dude. He's beat everybody.
Yeah.
Y'all can't keep skipping over him.
It's because he's 40 and he looks like he's 65.
But
he's good.
That whole master plan that Ryan Garcia might have to fight Devin Haney later on could all fall apart if he doesn't beat Rolly Romero. Period. So I think he should win. Rolly's a fraud. Like, he closes his eyes when he throws combos. He gets scared, when people throw multiple punch combos on his guard. Like, he literally freaks out. So, like I said, he's kind of an industry plant. People like Rolly somewhere. But at the same time, I think he might have run out of time. Like, he had this injury exemption, all that stuff. He was supposed to fight O'Hara Davies, who Barroso just knocked out, but he got an injury exemption. That's why we have this March deadline for him and Ryan Garcia. So I think Rolly is running out of time. He knows that, and he's got to do something quick. But the truth is, either way, he's gonna lose. Either way, he's gonna lose. He has to pick between losing to Ryan Garcia or losing to Barroso. Period.
Well, I wouldn't say he's like gonna lose to Barroso. I mean, Rolly Romero is like one of these weird guys. It's hard to prep for his style, and you never know what he's gonna do in the ring. If he trains hard, he's a dangerous puncher. He's got really sloppy footwork, but it's an awkward style, and I think that's why he actually went pretty far with Gervonta. And eh, look, man. Gervonta Davis dominates usually. Sometimes I guess he takes shots or whatever, but Gervonta was losing some of those rounds. He's just got it up here. He set the trap perfectly, and honestly, that was one of the best knockouts I've seen in a long time. Just and not in terms of like, oh, it was so brutal, but like, dude, like that setup, doesn't get better than that, man. It doesn't get better than that. But that being said, that's a credit to Rolly. He got knocked out in the 9th round or something like that, so he didn't run into Gervonta Davis's trap until then. And Ryan's not that good at setting traps. I mean, he really just, I don't want to bash Ryan Garcia any more than I already have. I gotta stop. We gotta stop doing that on this channel, man, because they're professional fighters, bro. We gotta give them their respect. That being said, Ryan Garcia will fling that left hook, like fling it, and just pray it lands. But it's so fucking fast, and it's like speed of light fast. Like it's hard to see. That's how fast it is. It lands. It lands. It's not necessarily set up well, but it's like just too fast. He just throws it so fucking fast, and yeah. Rolly's defense not great.
Rolly doesn't have a punch though, like Ryan has, like a
nah.
signature punch at all.
Oh. Well, I'd say his signature is kind of like a straight right, slash haymaker, and he's got this like hard jab too. Rolly's got like really really good power. That's the advantage he has over Ryan. Ryan's got tons of speed. But Rolly's got a lot of power, and Gervonta said it himself. He's like, dude, that motherfucker hits hard. Like, he's a hard hitter, and you could see it. You could see it. When he was knocking out bums, you could see it. It was like, damn, he's got pretty devastating power. But yeah, if Ryan can just kind of jab and box a little bit, and then eventually maybe like put some pressure on Rolly, I think he gets it. And then, yeah, it goes on, fights Barroso. Fucking, I'll be praying for Ryan that he doesn't lose that, because that would be embarrassing. But then but let's say Ryan beats Rolly and Barroso convincingly by knockout. He looks great. He takes boxing seriously. This is a big if. But if he does, that Devin Haney fight's going to be awesome too. That's going to be cool. If we see Ryan Garcia improve, I'm fucking down, dude. I thought it was weird that he was calling out Devin before Rolly. If you don't know, like, he was calling him out, and then him and Floyd Mayweather had a talk. They went on a little jog, came back, and he was like, "I'm gonna fight Rolly," because Floyd is.
It's an easier
smart.
fight.
It's smart. Yeah,
fight.
smart.
He could stop Rolly with.
I gotta do that.
Yeah, pause. He could stop Rolly with a body shot. And I think we'll all be happy. We could all go home, bettors will be happy. And then 140 can move on without Rolly, and we'll be good. Shout outs Rolly, but like I don't believe in him at all. I've never heard of this guy until he fought Tank. So sorry if I keep calling you a fraud. I'm just saying, never heard of you.
Yeah.
All right, man. I think that's all I got. Do you have anything else?
I feel like you should explain your conspiracy theory
About who?
about Rolly Romero.
Oh,
I like that. I like that conspiracy theory.
The one. Okay,
Like
so
him getting a belt.
okay, like I said, someone up top really likes Rolly Romero at Showtime. They placed him into that 140 championship fight against Barroso immediately after leaving the 135
Like out of nowhere, yeah.
Okay, out of nowhere. So, my thought was because Gervonta and Rolly were gym mates, kind of friends, they've hung out after the knockout and been cool. There's no bad blood between them.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't see,
I didn't know. I don't know. I just saw the press conferences. The
not like
talking.
all right, not like dapping up, hang out, but like there was no bad blood.
Mm.
Rolly pulled up, parked next to Gervonta with his coach, with Calvin. They all shook up, said what's good, and went into the gym. So it was like, I don't think there's any bad blood between like Rolly and anyone in the division, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes me think that he's been blessed with some love from somebody at Showtime, like, maybe Leonard Ellerbe or the other boys, Al Heyman, and they're setting him up to protect their fighters at Showtime, like Tank. If Tank wants to move up to 140 and Rolly is there, that's an easy fight.
Yeah.
Rolly's going to say yes because Showtime's taking care of him this whole time. Tank's taking care of him this whole time. It's a rematch that he could sell easily. We would watch again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an easy way for Tank to get a belt, to then fight Devin Haney. It's all these different ways.
I know. It's super complicated, but it makes complete sense. And honestly, like, if y'all don't know, that's the business of boxing. It's so fractured and it's corrupt. It's not they will undercut competition for money and fights and names and stuff like that. They'll give it to a bum. So somebody from their camp or their promotion team could take that place. It's a deal. It's been set up,
exactly.
Agreed upon. And yeah, bro, like I wanted you to mention that because when you told me that, I'm like, bro, that makes complete sense. That sounds like something that would happen.
Yeah.
With the promoters and with the belt orgs because they're all in collusion. It's again, it's super corrupt. This isn't
the only thing that changed though is Showtime Boxing shutting down. So there's like a little issue of trying to figure out who's gonna show these fights. Where's the fight gonna be on?
Wait, okay, all right. PBC is a what promotion?
Yes,
but they
do it.
They have fights.
A deal with Showtime. Showtime itself is shutting down. Like they're not doing it. Showtime Boxing. I'm sorry. Showtime Boxing is shutting down. They're like, we're out. See y'all later. Mm-hmm. Same way HBO was. So that leaves their whole roster of fighters in the air. Of like
whose roster? PBC's
PBC,
roster?
Yeah.
Well, no. Wouldn't PBC just align with a different group then?
No, because that'd be giving up their property. You know what I'm saying? They own the rights to Rolly Romero, right? So they're not gonna they're not gonna give away Rolly Romero to DAZN. They're gonna be like,
no,
exactly. So they would have to cross promote every fight.
Or what if they did something with like Pro Box or something? What are those new things? I don't know, bro. Because Pro Box doesn't have any fighters, but they're showing.
Bro, could you
fights?
Imagine going from Showtime pay-per-view to Pro Box TV, like you on a YouTube live stream?
But what do they do?
That's what I'm saying. They have to figure out a cross promotion with Top Rank or DAZN.
That sucks because fucking
tough.
PBC was the best one, bro.
Yeah, but with Ryan, that's easy to go to DAZN. He'll be fine. Like Rolly's because they can't go to Showtime. Showtime's gone, so they only have DAZN or fucking Top Rank.
And those are like their ops.
Yeah. So, but Ryan is with DAZN, so Ryan could be doing Rolly a favor and being like, "Yo, slide to DAZN. We'll get you fights, and because PBC shut down, so we'll get you fights, we'll get you pay-per-views, and we'll turn you onto an international audience, like they did with Prograde.
Yeah. See, that's why I wanted you to explain it. I mean, a lot of people aren't aware of the real business of boxing, and I don't know if you wanted to do it now or the next episode, but we were thinking about doing like the problem with boxing today. I mean, I think that's a great topic. Just because so many fights aren't being made, and it's because of a lot of different factors. Like we just explained, like the politics, promotions, and camps wanting to keep their fighters safe, and also the culture that Floyd Mayweather has, kind of introduced to the sport, the whole protecting the O, all that stuff. Um, Boxing wasn't always like that. If you're new to boxing, if you're just getting into it, all the guys used to fight each other. Like Muhammad Ali is the GOAT to so many people, and rightfully so, because this man fought every single heavyweight in that era, and that was the best era in heavyweight history. And
But there
all
weren't
those
TV contracts back then, right?
I have no
Yeah, I
idea
don't
how
think
it
so.
worked. I have no idea how it worked, but they were pay-per-view. They were pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So how do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you're right.
It might have been just a little bit more streamlined, but yeah, like that's the thing. Like,
'Cause I was gonna say that's why Ngannou is like crashing the heavyweight division, because he showed up and he's independent basically, and like so now he can just make these deals, and it's like,
well, Ngannou was signed to what, like an MMA agency
Yeah,
that
no,
is allowing
he's-
him to go into boxing.
so
which is,
he's no, so I'm saying so he's independent entirely. Like he's just Francis Ngannou. Like he's not with anybody. So he will literally just be like, "Oh, you're on top rank, Tyson Fury. Cool. I have no problem
Yeah.
showing up to top rank." Whereas if he was signed to somebody, they'd be like, "Hey, wait a minute. I don't rock with top rank actually. So
yeah,
we're gonna need a higher purse." That's how that stuff happens.
new kid on the block. It's good for boxing. Y'all stop hating. I don't like that hate. I really don't like that hate on Ngannou. Boxing fans are toxic, and they're saying that like he doesn't belong in the ring with AJ or whatever, and it's like, bro, like what, man? Come on, bro. Like, yeah, he might lose, but this is his second fight in the sport, and he fucking beat Tyson Fury, man. He beat Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, fucking champion, bro. Honestly, considered the best heavyweight. Until that fight. I gotta
take it back now. I've said that before, and I was like, you know what? Never mind.
You think it's Usyk?
I don't know anymore. I give up on that shit, because every time I say a heavyweight is good, they get knocked out. So I'm not.
Oh yeah,
I'm
bro.
not. I'm just gonna.
Bro, fuck the heavyweight division, bro.
Maybe
fuck,
on my
man.
deathbed, I'll be like, you know who the greatest heavyweight? Come here, grandson. Anthony Josh. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, dude. Okay. All right. I actually wanted to talk about something. I feel like the reason why the heavyweight division is so bummy, and why Francis Ngannou is like this new upstart in the heavyweight division, is because these boxers do not train. These we're the Evander Holyfields. Where are the Evander Holyfields, bro? He 12-round fighter, boxing, getting hit, just throwing punches. Like, dude, that guy was an athlete. Yeah, he was small. And I actually do think part of the reason why they don't train is because they all are huge. They rely on their power, and they're like super confident. We saw that with Deontay Wilder. I mean, I was so confident in Deontay Wilder because I thought he would train. I thought he would train. Like, I thought he knew that, he had great power, but he needed to find a way to land it. This man is a little delusional. All right, camera died. But like I was saying, Deontay Wilder, delusional because he doesn't game plan, relies too much on his power, and that's why he fucking lost to Joseph Parker. And Tyson Fury just thought he was, too big, too skilled, whatever. Didn't train, and he's had a history of it. Got fat and lost to Ngannou. He lost to Ngannou. So yeah, I mean these heavyweights, these top guys, and AJ too. AJ too, didn't train, lost to Ruiz. Underestimated, too confident, because they're big guys. But it's just they just be losing. Yeah, I mean, I guess Jared Anderson, big baby Jared Anderson, not Jarrell Miller. I like him a lot. I think he's gonna be the next
fights all
heavyweight
the
champion.
time.
He's great. He's great.
Man, he's like our age, bro. He's like 23,
bro.
Something crazy.
He's raw, bro. He's raw. He's really like. I like him a lot because he throws a lot of punches and he's big too, and he's got the American style. He doesn't have the British style, where it's like, it's just kind of like, not really creative. He's got good defense and all that, and he throws some really good shots. But yeah, all right. Well,
there's hope for heavyweight.
There's hope, but like I'm tired of fucking. I'm tired, like, dude. All right, so like the top big dogs, like where all the hype is around, Joshua, Wilder, Fury, have all put up horrible performances recently, and it's like, it's just bummy, man.
That's heavyweight, though.
Really bummy.
That's heavy. That's what happens when you have fat slobs fighting, bro. Like, I'm sorry,
yeah.
They're not chiseled like Ngannou. They're fat, and like even Fury said it. Like, so that's why it's like, you know what? I don't feel bad.
No, hell no.
You guys want to do this shit and lose to, like Teddy Atlas said, Andy Ruiz set back physical fitness by 50 years. It's like, dude, because he was training.
Yeah.
He was training, bro.
He was ready.
So
you got to respect the sport. You can't just be like, I'm too big, I hit too hard, you know what I mean? Or I'm too slick like Tyson Fury. Like, dude, You got to train. You got to train no matter what. These guys are fucking massive, but I'm not seeing the skill and the discipline needed in order for them to really be considered like these all-time great fighters, man.
Only Usyk.
Bro, but Usyk trains his ass off.
He's a refugee.
Okay. Yeah, and he's Ukrainian, bro.
Refugee. Okay.
Bro, he's not even a refugee.
He can't go home.
He can't go home.
Let's have a boxing match in the Ukraine right now. Let's see what happens, bro.
Oh shit, I guess. But I thought he was in America and all that. I think before, but I'm not really sure. But maybe it's just an American and a British thing. But dude, he's got this like amazing amateur pedigree. Ukrainians and Russians and Cubans and Japanese, they fucking train no matter what, bro. They don't let their advantages and ego get to them to where they feel like, oh, I don't gotta train, like, this is a walk in the park. Because when you do that, you get upset, bro. You get upset. Muhammad Ali never did that. Muhammad Ali took every fight he took seriously. It's just a recent thing, I think, in the heavyweight division, because these guys are so big and they hit so hard where it's like, all I gotta do is land one shot. Like,
they can't even find training partners, though, to be honest.
Really? Why? Just because they're not trying to get knocked out?
I mean, yeah, exactly, right. Like, it's basically like, poor, like, truck drivers basically getting signed up to get knocked out by random dudes.
Yeah.
Like, or you're, like, an up-and-coming pro and you're risking an opponent, like, downloading info on you. So they're stuck in a really bad spot of... That's why I like Usyk going from 190 to heavyweight, because, like, he got a lot of fights. With big guys that are dangerous. So, we gotta wrap this. There is hope for heavyweight, I swear.
I do want to talk about Usyk a little bit, though.
Alright, go ahead.
Bro, I agree with you. I just want to, like, expand on it. Usyk, man, I just hope he fights all of them. And honestly, I hope he beats all of them. He's already beat Joshua, but it would be incredible and honestly good for the heavyweight division for a slick, small guy coming up from cruiserweight, just like Evander Holyfield, who throws a lot of punches. He doesn't really fight like Evander Holyfield. He's more slick, but he does throw a lot of punches like Evander Holyfield, and that is a really entertaining heavyweight, right? Like, I get it. We like to see knockouts. Boxing fans like to see knockouts, but it just looks kind of shitty when it's like two like massive dudes just waiting for like 8 rounds and they're just like like forever, and then they throw one shot and it misses, and they do another 2 rounds, and then boom, finally someone lands a shot, and it's like, okay, that great knockout that took 45 minutes. Usyk could really change things up. Yeah, he's super fun to watch. He's exciting. He throws a lot of punches. We want to see a lot of punches thrown. And I hope Big Baby is another one too. I really, there is hope. There's hope for sure. And that Chinese guy, Uncle
Big
Zhang.
Bang Zhang.
Big Bang Zhang, bro.
Woo!
Dude, he's nasty. He's gonna fight Wilder. I hope Wilder beats him. Yeah, dude, if Wilder doesn't get motivated or get that dog in him again, he's just gonna get fucked up. Because Zhang is more dangerous. I think Zhang knocked out Joseph Parker twice or some shit, bro.
He beat the hell out of Joe Joyce, too.
Oh, was it Joe Joyce?
Yeah.
I don't. But dude, that guy is like, damn.
He's
Again,
from China.
Yeah.
I feel like there's not a lot of film on Zhang either, but.
Oh, I've seen some of his shit. He's good, but again, he trains. He's a big guy, still has discipline, still trains. You don't see that from Tyson Fury enough, or Deontay Wilder, and sometimes Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua's getting his shit together. He's looking like the best heavyweight, in my opinion. He's looking like the best heavyweight. That's why I think he beats Ngannou. He stays sharp and everything like that, but can't count Ngannou out. I do think that Anthony Joshua has returned to form, and that's also really good for the heavyweight division, because he's also pretty fun to watch. But yeah, it's a good episode.
Yeah.
Yep.
Episode 5 in the books.
Mm-hmm.
Peace.
Peace.